Hello children, welcome back to my YouTube channel Study English with Jayashree. I think you must have seen my previous videos where I have described the poems. And now I am going to describe the poem The Bangle Sellers. This poem is written by the Indian poet Sarojini Naidu. Let me give you some detail about the poet. Sarojini Naidu is known as the Nightingale of India, and this title was given to her by Mahatma Gandhi. She was a poet and a politician. She was the first Indian woman to become the President of Indian National Congress. She was a freedom fighter and also took a very active part in our freedom movement during our independence. Her birthday, which we celebrate as Women's Day on 13th February. This shows that she has a powerful voice that empowers the women through ages. She is also known as the feminist poet because she described all the colors of the feminism. The Bangle Seller is a fine example of a musical verse. Verse means poem. The poem is the song of the man who sells glass bangles at a village fair and in a temple. Town. The different colored bangles symbolizes the different stages of the woman's life as young maiden, a bride, as a middle-aged woman and an older woman. Like the woman goes through ages, many stages of her life during her lifetime, and for every age they have a different color of bangles, and those colors also describe something which describes the quality of the woman's. The Bangle Seller was published in 1912 in a collection of poetry called The Bird of Time. The bangle is an important ornament used by the women and plays a very important role in women's life. As we see that in Indian culture, the bangles are related to the traditions, to the customs, and it also describes the beautiful, vibrant culture of our tradition. The first stanza says, Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Here, the bangle sellers are calling in a fair and they are describing their bangles and call them as shining loads, which means that the bangles are shining with vibrant colors. वो अपने bangles को कैसे describe कर रहे हैं? Shining loads, that they are shining with so many colors. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light? Now they are questioning to the people, who will buy these delicate, bright? Who will buy means in bangles को कौन खरीदेगा? Who will buy these delicate, and how they describe their bangles? They are delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light. Rainbow means they are the colorful bangles. Just like the rainbow has 7 colors, similarly they are also having many colorful bangles. Circles of light. Circles because bangles are in the shape of a circle. They are round. Circles of light. So they are attracting the pupil by asking them the questions. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? Now the next line, lustrous tokens of radiant lives. Lustrous tokens because they are shining tokens of radiant lives. Radiance, it again means brightness. So they are saying that for happy daughters and happy wives, these bangles are for whom? For the happy daughters and happy wives. They are so bright, so radiant, and lustrous means colorful, bright, for the radiant lives. Whom they are called radiant lives? The daughters and wives, for the women, because bangles are the ornament for the women. So for happy daughters, because these colorful bangles can give the happiness to the daughters and to the wives. As in Indian culture, bangles play a very important role. Girls and women wear in different occasions, in ceremonies, in religious places. So they are attracting people to sell their bangles. And how they are attracting? By asking them the questions. वो उनसे क्वेश्चन पूछकर बता रहे हैं और अपने कलरफुल बैंगल्स को डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं. Now you will see here so many words are used for bangles like delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives. Here the metaphor is used for the bangles. The second stanza of the poem Some are meet for maiden's wrist, silver and blue as a mountain mist. Now, they are saying that some of the bangles are for whom? For the maiden's wrist. Maidens means the young women, the unmarried girls. So some of the bangles, कुछ bangles उसमें से किसके लिए हैं? They are suitable for the young girls. And what is the color of them? They are of silver and blue, just like a mountain mist. Here you will see the simile is used here. Silver and blue as a mountain mist, because as word is used for the simile. So which color is suitable for the girls, young girls? They are silver and blue color, and they resembles the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the birds that dream of the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some of the bangles refer to the tender flower birds. Some of the bangles are tender flower birds, means kaliyan. The fresh buds of the flower, and where they are blossoming near a woodland stream, which is calm, which is blowing calm, at a calm speed. They are meant for virgin girl, and here buds is used for virgin girl who has countless dreams for the married life. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of a newborn leaves. Again, they describe their bangles that some of them are shining green. How they are? They are like the shining green color, which are compared to the newborn tender leaves. जिस तरह से पेड़ों पर कोमल पत्तियां निकलती हैं, जब वो नई नई पत्तियां होती हैं तो उनका कलर कैसा होता है? बिल्कुल शाइनिंग, light, bright green color. So all these colors of the bangles express the tenderness, the delicacy of young unmarried girls. Like they are bright, they are shining, they are delicate. So these comparisons are given for them. So in the first stanza, the poet describes that their bangles are, they are having the suitable bangles for whom? For the young girls who are unmarried, who have so many bright thoughts in their mind for their future, for their married life. And these colorful bangles just reflect their thoughts also and their life also. So in this stanza, the Bangle Sellers are talking about the different kind of bangles they have which cater to different types of women. Some of these bangles are suited for maiden's wrist, maidens means young girls, who is unmarried, or a young woman, and they are of silver and blue in color. Here silver and blue colors are compared to the mountain mist, and they represent the freshness and beauty of the young maidens. Mountain mist is compared to the freshness and beauty. Some bangles are light red and pink in color, just like the tender flower buds that are found blossoming along the woodland stream. In this stanza, buds that dreams present an image of young girls. Buds means the young flower buds, and they represent the young girls who are dreaming of marriage. The Bangle Sellers also have some green colored bangles, and which they describe as the newborn leaves, because such leaves are pure, fresh, and yet to see the world just like the maiden. So this stanza shows the youthful stage in the woman's life and represent the fact that different colored bangles are worn by different phases of their life in the Indian society. That Indian society worships or their culture, and they like their culture, just like this bangle is a symbol. It is acting as a symbolism of their happiness, of their vibrant culture also. Now the third para says, some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. In the stanza, the Bangle Sellers say that they have some yellow colored bangles which resemble the corn fields, like the sunlit corn fields. And here the bangles are compared to fields of sunlit corn because those bangles are suitable for a bride on the day of her wedding, and when she needs to look the prettiest and the brightest of all. So yellow color gives a pretty look to a bride who is in her bridal morning. That bangle is suitable to wear for a bride in her bridal morning, as she will look her brightest and prettiest. So they have yellow color, and that is compared to the sunlit corn. Some like the flame of a marriage here, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Now, the bangle sellers also have some flame colored bangles. Flame colored means red color. Red just like the flame of fire. So, such as red and orange, bright colors that represent the passion and desires and wishes of the bride. In the poem, the poet says that they are having the bangles of red and orange colors, which look like the fire or the passion of the bride, so that they are looking so bright, and the passion of the time of a marriage which she is having in her heart. Now, tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like a bridal laughter, bridal tear. Here the tinkling word is used for the sound of the bangles. जैसे कि बैंगल्स में खन खन की आवाज आती है, वो आवाज को टिंकलिंग वर्ड से डिनोट किया गया है. नाउ द पोएट सेज that the tinkling, luminous, tender and clear. The voice of the bangles are tinkling, luminous, tender and clear. They are soft also and they are clear. And very sharp voice is there, like a bridal laughter and the bridal tear. Here, bridal laughter means the joy of starting a new life with her husband, while bridal tear means sorrow of separation from her parents. What happened at the time of marriage, that the girl is having so much of dreams in her mind that she laughs, and that laughing is just like the tinkling sound of the bangles. वो हंसी जो कि एक खुशी की है, बिकॉज शी इज गोइंग, क्योंकि वो एक नए लाइफ को अटेंड करने जा रही है विद हर हस्बैंड, तो उसको वो बैंगल्स की आवाज से डिनोट किया गया है. एंड एट द सेम टाइम उसको दुख भी है. किस बात का दुख है? दैट शी इज गोइंग टू लीव द पेरेंट्स. उसे अपने पेरेंट्स का घर, पेरेंटल घर, अपने चाइल्डहुड फ्रेंड्स को छोड़ना पड़ रहा है, तो एक दुख भी है. So the poet has compared bridal laughter and bridal tear with the tinkling, luminous, tender and clear bangles, which seem to express her joy and sorrow as well. So this stanza depicts the transition of life from a maiden to a wife. Just she is going to attain a new life after her marriage and before her marriage. So there is a comparison between two lives. The fourth stanza, some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway. Now see, the bangle sellers are selling their bangles by continuing their advertising their bangles and saying that they have some purple and gold color bangles, grey bangles. These bangles are suitable for a woman who had journeyed through life and has reached the midway of their life, means they are the middle-aged women. Here the stages of the women, like in the previous paragraph you have seen that is a young girl, then they get married in the next paragraph, and now they have crossed their life halfway. So these are the different stages of the women through which she has gone through. So these colored bangles are for those who are purple and grey color for those women who reach to the middle ages. She has passed her half of the life and reached to midway. She has whose hands have cherished, whose love have blessed. These are a woman who remained faithful to her husband and supported him as raised her children well. Now the purple color symbolizes pride, gold fleck represents honor and authority, whereas grey symbolizes wisdom and maturity. These are the colors which you can see the symbolic for these words. Like gold is the authority, means the women, they have got the authority in their family. So, and cradled fair sons on a faithful breast, means they have nurtured their sons, and on her faithful breast they have nurtured their sons to by their faithful duties. They have given all their life to nurture their kids, and serves her household in fruitful pride. And by giving this duty, she is satisfied. She is that makes her proud that she has devoted her life to nurture her family, to nurture her children. and now worships the gods at her husband's side. Now they have served their duties as housewives and mothers and performed their duties perfectly. And because of this reason, she has got the honor of sitting beside her husbands during religious ceremonies and worshipping God. क्योंकि उस जो कर्तव्य उसने अपने जीवन का निभाया है, जो उसने अपनी फैमिली के लिए डिवोशन किया है, उसकी वजह से आज उसके अंदर उसको ये ऑनर फैमिली में मिलता है कि वो अपने हस्बैंड के साथ साइड बाय साइड बैठकर शी कैन वर्शिप टू गॉड, शी कैन टेक equal part in the religious ceremonies. Now I will discuss the figure of a speech which are used here in this poem. The first figure of a speech is simile. Simile is a figure of a speech where one thing is directly compared to another using the prepositions like, as, and, like. The sentences you will see: silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream. Some are like fields of sunlit corn. Some like the flame of a marriage fire. Tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So these are the examples of simile used here. The second figure of a speech is metaphor. Metaphor is indirect comparison of two different things where there is a point of similarity. The lines rainbow tinted circles of light. Here the bangles are compared to circles of light glowing with different colors. Next figure of a speech is consonant. Consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds in neighboring words, like or, rich with the hue of his heart's desire. Some are meet for maiden's wrist. In this you will see the consonant words like M is repeating. Next figure of a speech is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning, which is a type of a consonance. So, here you will see the lines: some are meet for a maiden's wrist. Rich with the hue of his heart. Here H word is repeating. Next is imagery. The poem The Bangle Seller is, as already told, full of imageries. The poet has compared the bangles of different colors. So images are created in the minds of the viewers. Rhyming scheme of the Bangle Sellers. The poem is made up of 4 stanzas consisting of 6 lines each, and each stanza is divided into a quatrain and a couplet. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, B, C, C. Means first 2 lines rhyme with each other, the second 2 lines rhyme with each other, and the third 2 lines rhyme with each other. Now the central idea of the Bangle Sellers. Central idea is that the bangles are representative of a woman's life, and each color or type of bangle represent each stage of an Indian woman's life from young age to the mid of the life. The theme of the Bangle Sellers. The first theme we can say that it is womanhood. The stages of an Indian woman's life are represented through the color of bangles in this poem, and each color represents each stage she crosses, like silver and blue or pink maidenhood, yellow morning or her wedding, red or orange, that is the fiery shades of the marriage, symbolizes a bridal night also, and purple and gold, that is for the motherhood and the middle-aged women's, the matriarchy. Second theme is colorful imagery. Naidu incorporates nature and the various hues of nature to represent her subject matter. She covers all kind of colors to represent emotions like hope, happiness, desire, love, and pride. The altar effect is a rainbow encompassing the different emotions felt by a woman in each passing phase of her life. Third is patriarchy. Third theme can be a patriarchy. Although it is only alluded to in the patriarchal ideology lurks beneath the surface of the poem. The women are described as either happy daughters or wives. Every phase she passes is referred to by a man in her life, father, husbands, and sons. Means her life is woven around the men in her life. The women in this poem is fit into boxes that limit their existence to being a possessed object of patriarchy. Even if this poem is ironic, it still discusses the ideas propagated by the patriarchal society. The tone of the Bangle Seller is joyful and lively. Every stanza has a certain tone. The first recalls the cry of Bangle Sellers who travel on foot to sell their products. The second and the third stanza have a profound sense of happiness and lively energy. The tone of the last stanza is dipped in pride and sense of fulfillment. So ultimately, this is a poem which is much about the Bangle Sellers as it is about the women. It talks about the mutual happiness of the two as they are interdependent, and the bangles are symbolic of women and their happiness. Similarly, the happy women can ensure the sale of more bangles, thus becoming the symbol of happy bangle sellers as well. So this poem is having a symbolic poem which depicts the life of the Indian women and how her life is interwoven through the different stages and how she has gone through the different stages of life, how the bangles made her life colorful and bright, and how the bangles are, the different colors of the bangle are suitable according to her stages of life. The entire poem Bangle Seller is a tribute to Indian women and their beauty and grace. It is a celebration of their femininity or female form. It threads various stages of women's life and into the cultural wealth of India. It also acknowledges the part of Bangle Sellers in the customs of Indian tradition. अगर आपने अभी तक मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है सो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब, डू लाइक एंड शेयर, जिससे से ज़्यादा लोगों को बेनिफिट मिल सके. एंड प्लीज़ कमेंट ऑन द comment section. If you have any queries regarding this poem also, you can also ask me in the comment section and I will surely clear your doubts.